Home is where the heart is. Life is like a colorful picture, and home is often seen as a happy place where love and safety live. But what happens when the walls that are meant to shelter become witnesses to silent battles? Sometimes, you have to find that safe place within yourself. Join us as we follow the journey of a brave woman who learned that home isn't just a house, it's the strength and love she discovered inside her own heart. This is the tale of Sasima Limbu, a stunning woman who truly embodied the perfect combination of both inner and external beauty. Everyone was mesmerized by her beautiful face. Sasima had gone through those things that no one would ever have imagined. From the age of 6 to 12, she was sexually assaulted by her uncles, neighbors, and cousins time and again. She never thought her house was a home, she was always haunted by every room of her home where she weathered the storms of abuse, enduring the silent battles. She never had the guts to speak against anyone. Not everyone finds comfort in their own house. Under certain circumstances, a person's own home can feel more suffocating. She was a victim of trauma. Even though it wasn't her fault, she believed that no one would ever accept her. Sasima believed if any moment she fell in love, she would reveal all her secrets to his boy and want him to accept her and her past. Ojang and Sasima were classmates and childhood sweethearts who dated since they were teens. She opened up to Ojang about everything, and he was so understanding of her past that she was welcomed. Sasima always claimed that a person who accepts you is a home, and she concluded that he was her home and that he could make everything work out. Ojang loved Sasima dearly and treated her with great loyalty and respect. Ojang loved her as he was too obsessed with her beauty. However, they tied the knot right away. Everything was going smoothly, however Ojang started showing his true colors. Ojang used to disrespect her, but she was so blind that she couldn't see even though everyone warned her. He was physically abusive towards her, but still, she was happy that he accepted her. As Ojang has always said, he will be the greatest father. He intended to have a child after 2 years of marriage, and she thought raising a kid surely would transform his life. Things didn't work out that way. Sasima had specific problems that delayed her from giving birth. Ojang got mad that Sasima wasn't able to give him a kid. He used to beat her every day. The woman received treatment for a year, and their on-off equations finally began running smoothly. Many congratulations, Ojang and Sasima. Her first month of pregnancy had begun. Sasima was extremely excited to become a mother, but once Ojang started showing his true colors, he never stopped. She used to sneak away from Ojang, who often came home sober. Sasima was hoping for the best even though he was abusive. Like this first 6 months passed. One day when she was hiding away from the Ojang, he caught her and brutally hit her. Sasima was crying a lot in pain, but there was no one for her. She screamed continuously and begged for support, but nobody ever came to help her. While she went to the hospital, she got the news that her baby had died. Ojang seemed willing to take care of his wife after what had happened and gave her another promise that he would be a perfect husband. Finally, he kept his promise, began to love her wholeheartedly, and started respecting her. He finally realized she was the one and accepted her. He was finally proved to be a gentleman. Things got messy here. Sasima couldn't bear the death, and that triggered all her past. Sasima tried to commit suicide because she was so hopeless that she couldn't take the pain and blamed herself. However, Ojang stood by her side as her shadow. He thought professional help would be a better option for her. But he took Sasima on one condition, that she would forgive him for whatever happened. A professional help turned out to be beneficial. After going on many therapy sessions, Sasima was improving her mental health. She even started working in a primary school. By seeing those kids, she never felt alone. She loved kids so much. She was on her route. She was changing her trajectory. After enduring so many pains and looking for her husband to change himself completely changed her mindset. However, she saw an important thing once when she glanced at kids at school. She realized that her heavenly child deserved a better, secure, and contented environment. She believed herself to be the worst mother alive, incapable of standing up for her child. She let out a loud cry, as everything inside her broke. As her therapy sessions were going on, she immediately contacted her therapist and revealed all her secrets. She wasn't able to forgive his husband. The therapist was in shock after listening to this and told her, "The problem is you, Sasima. You never have accepted or loved yourself, and all you want is to be accepted by others. First of all, learn to forgive yourself, Sasima. It wasn't your fault. You are the survivor, not a victim." After that, she chose to leave her husband. It was a tough choice, but she knew it was the right one. She realized she could build a new home, a better one for herself and her heavenly child too. Once she was able to make it her home, she chose to create a new one filled with love and happiness. Her journey to find a new home started with taking a step away from the problems. As she worked hard to make a safe place for herself and her child, she felt strong and free. Creating her own home, not depending on a person who hurt her, made her feel really good. She found the strength to rewrite her story in the echo of her footsteps, which left behind the broken pieces of a misplaced sense of home. She realized that true home was not in the arms of someone who had given her pain. It was within her spirit's resilience, the love she showered on her kid, and the courage to stand up in the face of difficulties even if it's late. But in reality, it's never too late to choose to accept yourself. This story shows us that home is something we can find within ourselves, a safe place built on love and being strong. In her departure from a broken marriage, she found that home is not just where we live, or someone who accepts us. A home is built with love, dreams, or the strength to accept yourself and the peace we have inside. Home is where your